Well, hello and hello and hello. How's everybody doing out there? Hey, listen, y'all. This is Anthony Murray, and I have something great for you guys. Now, I hope y'all are ready because I have some folks that's going to be sharing with us some goodness. Look, I don't know about you, but if you guys are ready for this, you are going to be in for a very pleasant afternoon. We're going to be with you for probably the next 55 minutes, 50 minutes. And I have a gentleman that started a car rental company with exquisite. You know what? I had some pictures, and for whatever reason, my computer would not allow me to upload these pictures. Man, you should see these things. They are phenomenal. So this is really something that you guys want to hear about. And then we have another brother that's going to be speaking, that's going to be on our show. And he is, well, what can I say, man? He got so many things going on, but he is a speaker and motivational speaker. And he's well received in the community and other areas where he has spoken. Man, this boy has a hot ticket. So you guys, you're in for a real treat. You're in for, if you are trying to start a business, then you need to really pay close attention, because the brother that started the car rental company, he'd been through a lot, but he got the thing going. So what are we talking about? What's driving your dreams? What's driving your dreams? All right, I'm Anthony Murray. This is Financial Sins. And you know, there's a lot of people that have all kind of issues when it comes to money. All kind of issues. Now, I want to show y'all something. I've been meaning to show this to you guys for a long time. All right. This is called a Swiss Army knife. Y'all see this thing? It's called a Swiss Army knife. You see it, wait a minute. I want to make sure you see this. All these different, wait a minute. I can't even get them all out. Wait a minute. Don't go anywhere. Hold on. Wait a minute. You see this? It's a Swiss Army knife. Let me move it over here. Yeah, you see that? It's so many things. It got scissors. It got all kinds of stuff. Nail file, a little knife, a screwdriver, can opener. Who use can openers these days? But it's there just in case, right? That's how life insurance is today. Life insurance has so many different components that can be added into it that it'll really help you in retirement, long-term care, disability, college funding, all right, a down payment for a house. And you still, if you do it right, will have money left over. David Banner, thank you for watching, man. You'll have money left over for a benefit for your children or your family. So you really don't want to miss out on getting the proper life insurance, getting the proper coverage, doing the right thing for your family. Now, I want to mention this up in the front before we get started, because my guests are awesome individuals. We have a situation where, let's say you need to get some clothes cleaned, or let's go there first, right? This is a message from our sponsors. All right, man, these guys clean clothes. They're the first or only Black-owned cleaners in our area. One Price Cleaning is their name. One Price Cleaners in Garden City. right around the farmers market and right across the street. You got to catch them. These folks are good. All right, they're good, and they're right here in our town. Now, let's say you need an attorney. You need a good one. All right. Well, you're not going to find a bunch of good ones. There's a lot of attorneys out there today, right? There's a lot. There's a lot. But let me tell you who supports this program. Davis, Bosman, and Johnson Law Firm. The law firm that gets results. There's their number right there on the bottom of the screen. They have offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. Hey, if you want to become a sponsor of this show and our broadcasting, just let me know. I'll give you my information. I'll pass it on to the engineer, to the right person. But in the meantime, I want you to do something. Share, share, share. Pass the word, baby. Pass the word. Mr. Murray's on. All right. I'm going to bring my guest in right now. First, I'm going to bring in his name. Well, he go by Pace Setters. All right. But this, I'm telling you, listen, if you hear this brother speak, you would, when he stopped, you would say, oh, wait a minute. You can't be finished. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, how you doing, Pace?
Hey, I'm doing great, Pastor Murray. How you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing awesome. Doing
Great,
awesome.
great.
So good to have you.
Great. Hey, it's good to be on. I'm glad I made it to the spot and I'm amongst the number, as my grandma would say.
What? What? You look, you are awesome, man. Hey, there's some great things. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah. So I am a author, motivational speaker, and a transition coach. I've been doing this for about 23 years, 25 years. I
What?
wrote my first book. Yeah, wrote my first book about 10 years ago. The other one
Uh-huh,
about 8 years ago, and
uh-huh,
just teaching people principles about how to accomplish goals and get rid of excuses. For
uh-huh,
myself, the reason how I became a transition coach was through a lot of adversity. I mean, I got married at 24, and then I had a kidney transplant 2 years before that
wow.
because my kidneys were failing. And in the midst of me going to college, I transferred schools. So it actually took me 6.5 years to get a 4 year
Uh-huh,
degree. Once I got my degree, got out of college, got married, moved 12 times in 6 years, had 7 vehicles repossessed in 8 years, an
what?
unhappy marriage, 15 out of the 20 years. So when
Uh-huh,
people say it can't be done, I'm here to live in proof that, anytime you face adversity, that's a good chance that you're in the right place because anything moving forward will always experience resistance, correct? That's the law of physics. So even though those things happen to me, the setback was only set up for a comeback because things that happen to us in life, sometimes we wonder why me. I always say, why not you? Who you wanted to happen to? The mailman, the person across the street. But at the same time, those adversities, right,
uh-huh,
create something called an overcomer and a
mhm,
winner.
uh-huh,
Because as a kid, I had low self esteem because I didn't look like everybody else, wasn't as tall as the next guy, and just had a lot of self doubt and self inflicting wounds, so to speak.
mhm,
But as I started to grow and mature and to go through adversities, I started to see that the things that I didn't like about myself that weren't like
uh-huh.
everybody else were the exact thing that made me who I was. They were the exact thing that made me different. As opposed to business, I had 7 different businesses before I ever started my only LLC. So what I'm saying is failure is a part of the process, but failure is not final. It's just part of the journey. But
Hey,
if
you know
you
what?
can,
I like that. Let me jump in real quick. I like what you said about failure,
Mhm.
about it being part of the process.
Yes, sir.
Because you'll never know that you've reached success without failure.
Hmm.
You'll
Correct.
never know that, hey,
Correct.
this is success without failure. All
Yes.
right. And now let me ask you something. You said you wrote a book.
Yes, sir. I can put
What,
it in
what's
the
the
link
title?
below. The name of the book is called Move Your BUT. Move Your BUT, the three solutions to go from excuses to execution. And the
Uh-huh.
reason why I entitled that because I was the main procrastinator. I am more of a procrastinator than anybody probably watching this. Okay,
Uh-huh.
I'm a self proclaimed procrastinator. But what I did was I started learning these different strategies to get me unstuck, so to speak. So I took the acronym BUT because a lot of times we say I would get a better job, but I would start a business, but I would be a better husband, but we
Uh-huh.
have all these things that we're going to do, but we say the word but, and that excuses us from being a.
Mhm. Say that again. Oh, I lost your sound. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, can
There
you
you
hear me
go.
now?
All right, you're back.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so what happens is a lot of times we say what we want to do, but we use the word but, and that word but excuses us from being accountable for that what it is that we really want to do. So the B in BUT stands for become a person of vision and develop a plan for yourself. Because I always say if you don't have a plan for yourself, then somebody else has a plan for you.
All right.
And
Now let me
then
ask you. Let me ask you.
Mhm.
Move your butt.
Yes, sir.
I Pace Goodway.
Yes, sir.
All right. So how could they get that book? How could they reach you? What's
Yeah.
your do you have it on Amazon? Do they have to order it through you? Could they call you? Could they email you? What's the best way they could get that book?
Any way you want to get it. Amazon, website, email. You can call me. You can put my number in the link. But you can go to Amazon.com, type in my name, Pace Goodway. It'll come right up. You can order it there, or you can just call me. I can get it to you personally. Either way, we just want to get the message out there because it's a great message, and I'm
Pace, what's
living
that
proof.
phone number? Give me that phone number.
Yes, sir. 912
Yeah.
508
Uh-huh.
5541.
All right, and what about the email?
Yeah, it's going to be Pace Goodway, PACEGOODWAY, the number 88 at gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
And then my YouTube page will just be Pace Setter, PACESETTER.
All right. Wait a minute, YouTube too? All right. All right,
Yeah,
hold on. All right, and then on YouTube, how is it set up?
you can just type in Pace Setter or you can type in my name, Pace Goodway, and you'll see, some of our work that we've done. We're getting some more things up on the channel, but any of those ways, those handles, you can get me. And then on Instagram is I am Pace Goodway.
All right, folks, listen, I'm just going to throw this up. I'm not going to scroll it across the bottom. I'm going to scroll it up because I want y'all to see this. This is serious. It's going to be big. There you go. The book is Move Your Butt. Is it just one T?
Yeah, just
All
one
right, I
thing.
got it right.
But
One T. Move your butt. All right. Move your behind. No, he said move your butt.
Mhm.
All right, Pace said. All right, and then you can reach them. You can call them 912-508-5541, or you can email him pacegoodway88 at gmail.com. Go on YouTube. We're gonna have to edit that because I just put Pace set. Wait a minute, man. We're gonna fix that. It Pace setter, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we got that. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. So this is important. I want you guys to make sure that you understand. Hey, tell me a little bit more about what you do because you're a motivational speaker. All right. I
Yes.
heard you. First time I heard you, I was like, who is this guy? Where did he come from? All
Yeah.
right. I'm not talking about Tony Robbins. All right. Tony Robbins is
Mhm.
good, but you haven't heard Pace. You
I hear
have,
you. I
look,
hear you.
some of the same information or better information. Let me say like this relevant information
Hmm.
comes through this young man's mouth. Pace, how old are you?
Yeah, I am 47.
What? For, Man, I had you so young. But then again, I see all that I don't know,
Yeah,
maybe you put some
you
paint.
see the little
I know
salt and pepper.
Halloween coming up and you put some stuff on your face. Oh no, it's actually there. It's really there.
Yeah, you know that happened when that all came into play when my daughters turned teenagers.
Okay, I hear you. Well, look, we're getting ready to bring in our next guest. Pace, don't you go anywhere. We want to talk some more because Pace, don't you have a situation where you actually help people start businesses too?
Absolutely, absolutely. We have a program to where we help individuals set up their LLC. But before that, we do a free consultation with coaching to kind of see what you like to do, where you like to be, what are your
Uh-huh.
interests, what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses. All that's free, right? And then we show you how to set up your LLC correctly with the attorneys so that you don't have any backlash on taxes and things like that. And then we
Mhm.
teach the actual principles of how to set up a bank account, how to get the business and the money flow coming in, and then how to deviate it and exit from your. I mean, do your taxes and things like that. But yes, we help you set up your LLC. But the
Wow.
consultation is free. The consultation is free. And let me
Wow.
say this. Let me say this, Pastor, one more thing.
Right
Every
ahead.
time when every time when I go speak places, whether it's corporate or community, I ask the question, who in here is self-employed? Some people will raise their hands, some people won't. But I just like to say right here on your show
Hmm.
that I want everybody to know that you're all self-employed. Okay? Nobody makes you get up and go to work in the morning. You're your own research and development team. You're your own HR manager. You're your own personnel and ethics coordinator. That resides in you. What you do with the gift that God gave you when you get up, that's your gift to the world, and that's what you give back. But you are
Wow.
already self employed, whether you like it or not.
Wow. 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 I haven't heard it put quite like that before. Folks, I'm telling you, this man has a wealth of information for a young man, and you don't want to bypass this. You want to take the advantage of the opportunity to comment, put questions in a comment or call him, and we're going to put his number back up shortly. But right now, I want to bring in our next guest, Mr. Perry.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're going to have to turn one of your mics off. There you go. Hold on.
Okay.
We lost some of your lighting.
1 second.
All right, all right. Listen, he'll be back. But in the meantime, I want to put, I want to uh, talk about when you need an attorney, and you got to make sure you have the right attorney. Let me tell you something. You have a vision. A vision is no good without planning, how to execute, in other words. But the other thing that you need to have some very strong determination. Why? Because you're going to run into some roadblocks. You're going to run into some areas where it could be detrimental. It really could. It could be detrimental to what you're trying to accomplish, and that could be harsh. All right, that could be very harsh. All right, so with that said, I want to look at some of our comments here. We got a whole bunch of them. People just coming in all over the place. All right, people coming in. Groovy Jimmy, yeah. All right, we appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for your comments. All right, um, Mr. Perry, Darian, your lighting is still bad. I need you to because we can barely see you. We are you able, Darian? Are you able to show us one of your cars?
Sure.
All right. I want you guys to see this. Now, let's get back to Pace for just a moment. I'm gonna put his information back up. All right. Here it is right here. Move your butt. I like that. Move your behind. Move your butt by Pace Goodway. His number 912-508-5541. Email pacegoodway88@gmail. YouTube is Pace Setter. All right. So listen, you guys, I want to encourage you to share this information. Share it, share it, share it. Big time. You need an attorney? I'm telling you something. Pace isn't an attorney. He's not an attorney. But you know who is? You ready for this? Davis, Bosman, Johnson law firm. The law firm that gets great results. All right. So you need an attorney. Their number is scrolling on the bottom, 912-225-1600, with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. And there goes their website right there. All right. So that's another thing, Pace. I need to put your website in here for the folks. So we're going to come around to that. If you could just text it to me real quick. Okay. All right. And man, you need to give us just a little bit more. So we got an hour. Well, we don't have an hour anymore, but we got 30 minutes at least. So we're going to have Pace come back in a little bit. But I want you to see some of these cars. I want you to see this. All right. We have our other guest back right now. I want y'all to see this. Let me get, hold on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Look at this. Look at this. This man, he rents these cars out. He rents these cars out. I know what some of y'all are saying. Has he lost his mind? No. He has a niche in the market of the car rental industry. All right. There's a niche. Now he has regular family size cars. He has cars, mid-size, luxury size, luxury cars. But he also has these cars, and I believe what are they called? Are they called slingshots?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
all right. Now,
so out of 5 cars, we have 3 here at the house right now. The wife is out with the truck. She'll be back shortly with the full-size luxury SUV that we have. And we also have a semi-truck for lease.
Wow. Now, you lease or rental?
Rentals.
Rentals. So you're doing 1 day rental, 12 hour, or are you doing by the hour or by the day?
So the slingshots, you can rent them for as minimum as an hour. Well, for as minimum as 2 hour. Mm-hmm. It's a 3 hour minimum, $200. 8 hours for $350. 24 hours for $500. Okay. And then the vehicles, those are regular vehicles. That's the Suburban coming in behind me. Okay. Okay. All right. So folks, listen. They're at his house. Which right now, they do not have a brick and mortar location. And they're doing fairly well. All right. Now, is the little four-legged car, is that, because I thought I saw a four-legged, that's not a car, that's a dog. Yeah, that's
not for rent, people.
No, that's my baby right there. She kept me sane when I went through a rough divorce. Wow.
Well, hey, and now let's talk about your car rental company. What's the name of it?
The name of the car rental company is Exotic Rides and Rentals. We got Exotic is spelled with 2 X's. And the reason why we named it Exotic was, well, we have something with a little twist to it. That's the slingshots.
Okay. Okay.
So the way the slingshots came about, the wife last summer, she wanted the slingshot, and I didn't want to get it
Uh-huh.
because I told her, baby, we live in Southeast Georgia. It's hot, and when it's not hot, it's raining. So when are you gonna drive this thing? So she's the wife. She's gonna win.
You're gonna win.
So,
That's right.
so we bought this slingshot, $36,000, just sitting in the garage doing nothing, and I wasn't happy about that. So after about 6 to 8 months, I decided, okay, we're gonna buy another one, and we're gonna start renting them out. And she was happy with that because she still has her toy, and we make money on it.
All right.
And now I'm not mad no more because it's not just sitting in the garage doing nothing. Time to time it goes on. There you go.
You know what? Listen, folks, when you find a niche, that is the best business opportunity you can ever have. When you can make the best. You know how most of these businesses started? Anybody know how Walmart started? It started in a garage. These guys were having garage sales, just like we see on the street today. They were selling stuff out of their house from the garage, and it started building and building, and then they started getting more stuff. Then they got the idea, let me order some stuff, let's come up with a name. And then they started selling stuff out of the garage on a formal basis. The next thing you know, they got a brick and mortar. It was a small one. It almost didn't work out. And then they got a larger and larger. They kept growing. Today we have Walmart, one of the largest retailers in the world. I need I have your website as xrrusa.com.
Yes.
All right. Let me have the name of the business again. Exotic.
Exotic spelled with 2 X's. XXOTIX.
Oh, it started with the X. X.
Say again?
X. You started with an X.
Yes.
Or you started with an E.
X.
So it's even different. Look at it. XX.
XXOTIX.
Exotic what?
Rides and rentals. Yes, that Miss Perry came up with that name, actually. I can't take credit for that.
Okay, all right, Miss Perry. All right. So the business name, the business name is, and wow, man, that is different. That's different.
Well, that's what we were trying to do something different.
Yeah. So you actually came up with the idea to rent because of the one car.
Right. Yeah, because the again, the wife wanted this. She wanted the toy. And I didn't see it being practical because I'm like, it's too hot in Georgia in the summertime. And then when it's not hot, it's raining. Well, you do have spring and fall, and you have some nice weather there, but it rains a lot.
Yeah.
So my theory was, when are you going to drive this? For $36,000, I need to drive the wheels off of this thing.
$36,000. I hear that, brother. I hear that.
Yeah, because she didn't just get the regular slingshot. She got the R. This thing is fully loaded. Well, all of them are fully loaded now, but when we bought it, this thing was top of the line.
Wow.
And they're both automatic transmission.
Okay.
So you don't need to know how to drive a stick shift. You don't have to have a motorcycle license.
Okay.
It's a lot of just regular conveniences.
All right. Now, do you guys have a separate business number, or do you use the same number that I use?
I have a separate business number.
What's that number?
Business line is 912 438 4468. Is that it, baby? Let me look at my business card.
Hey, folks, this is live. Hey, we can't make this up. All right, this is live.
It's 912-438-4469.
6'9".
Yes.
Boy, they would have been crawling all over the place. Then they would have got mad at me.
Well, it's better.
Got mad at me. All right, so I'm gonna scroll this on along the bottom, and folks, you could see this thing, and just take the advantage. There it is, right there. Okay.
I'm gonna give you our toll-free line also.
Awesome. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Yeah, I got to get back into the office for that.
Okay. All right. Yeah, do that for me. So now, all right, we're going to be interactive here. Okay. All right, Pace.
Yes, sir.
You help people. His business is relatively new. Mm-hmm. What wisdom can you share with him for his business growth?
Well, what's interesting is when I see what he did, I need to call him for some information myself. but you know yeah, that leads to a good inroad. Like you say, we can't make this up. But one key thing about being an entrepreneur is networking, right? Because I tell people all the time, your network will determine your net worth. Mm-hmm. So in the book, you utilize your God-given assets, meaning utilize the people that you're around. And I tell people all the time, if you can't change the people around you, then you need to change the people you're around. Okay. What that means is, because when you come up with a vision or a plan or something that you want to do, most people probably around you are going to tell you 99 reasons why it won't work, why you need to do something else. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. And, all of the ways it won't work. The guy that started Jet Magazine and Ebony Magazine, John Johnson, he fired two of his best friends. And they said, why'd you do that? He said, because in every board meeting, they were telling me how it wouldn't work. I don't need anybody to tell me why it won't work. I already got my own doubts. I don't need to pay you to tell me more doubts. I need somebody to show me how it will work. So I think that's one component in businesses, continue to network outside of your comfort zone, because you never know where that next growth of opportunity is going to come from. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm glad I'm on this show right now, because definitely I will be giving exotic cars, rides and rentals a call as soon as we get off this show. Please believe it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Wow. I tell you what, folks, you better take the advantage of this. You better, that's all I can say. You better take the advantage of this wisdom that's flowing. You better take the advantage. I hope you folks have some ideas for yourself. I'm going to put in here how it is the pronunciation of exotic. All right. So you guys would know how it's said. All right. Because this is the name to it. And hey, where's that 800 number?
877.
Hold on. 877
263.
263. Yep.
4101.
All right. So this is interesting, people. This is interesting. All right. So I want to make sure that you guys understand that these men have gone through some changes. All right. They've gone through some changes, and the changes they've gone through have gotten them where they are today. Hey, spell the name X. It's exotic. You're spelling it XX.
OTIX.
Right. Okay. All right.
And that's the
Oh,
rides and rentals.
all right, all right. All right. So what I'm doing here is I want you guys to see this. I want you to see this. All right. I have the name coming across the bottom of the screen just so you folks, I don't know if you guys can see how many people we have watching this right now. There's 232 people watching this. 232.
Okay.
Now let me ask you something. What if somebody come from out of state, they want to rent a car? What do they need? What I know they're going to need a driver's license, but what else?
Basically, that's it. So our insurance cover our rentals. I get a copy of your driver's license front and back. I have you sign a rental agreement, and we do a walk around the car so we can inspect damages. Because I don't
Okay.
want to try to. I'm not into bad business, if you will.
I
That's
hear
not
you.
that's not how you garner business.
Right.
So
That's right.
I'm gonna make sure I treat you very nice, the way you should be treated as a client or a customer.
Mm-hmm.
And once we're both satisfied, you sign a rental agreement, you make the payment, and you're on your way.
Awesome. Awesome. Hey, look, you know what? When you ride in that type of car, you are eventually going to need your clothes clean. you in the open air. All right. So listen, we got one of the best cleaners in the area. They're black owned. All right. Isn't that amazing? What a blessing. And we want to really help them to further their business. All right. It's called One Price Cleaners. They're in Garden City, Georgia. All right. At the farmers market, directly across from the entrance of the farmers market. You look to your right, and there they are on Highway 80. Black owned. All right. So and they have the best prices around. Now, you want to start a business and you don't know how, Pace could tell you how. Pace could actually help you with the paperwork that's needed. If not, if let's say Pace Pace had to go out of the country, guess what? We have an attorney. These folks don't play. All right. They're in Savannah. They're in Statesboro. They're in the area. In other words, Davis, Bosman, Johnson Law Firm, the law firm that gets results, great results. All right. Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro.
What's the name again? The law firm name? Davis.
All right, it's going to keep coming through. It's going to keep Davis.
Oh, okay, I see.
Bosman, Johnson Law Firm, the law firm that gets great results. And there's their phone number right there, 912-225-1600, with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. Now, I almost went to school for law. I had to take classes in law because of my college major. So I had to take business law. I had to take real estate law. And I started falling in love with that stuff. So I went to the courts and just watched these guys in action. And it was a blessing. It was a blessing. But I want to go back to both you gentlemen and the businesses that you have. Pace, what caused you to write that book?
Well,
Your only book?
No, actually, I've written 4 books, but that's the one that we lead with most of the time. We wrote that book. That was our first book that we ever wrote, but then I did an audio book on audio as well for leaders. As well, it's called "Give Me Some Space." the 5
Uh-huh.
effective laws of leadership development. And then we wrote one for the youth, which is called Real World versus Real World, REEL world versus the REAL world.
Okay.
Knowing that you got YouTube, Kick, Instagram, Facebook. That's the REEL world. A lot of times, people get caught up in that world with things that are some real, some not. So just being able to divide the two so that you can make work your plan and plan your work instead of being a part of somebody else's vision.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
And so
Man.
what prompted me to write the book was all the experiences that I had been through. I wanted to copy them down and pass them on so that other people can get unstuck. Everybody doesn't want to do the same thing, but everybody wants to do something, right? Because we were born to be productive. That's why we're called human beings, because we're always becoming something. And I always tell people you're either becoming something you want to be or something you don't want to be. Based
That's
on the
right.
things that you do today is going to take you to that destination. So you
Yeah.
may think you're just sitting still, but you're never sitting still because the earth is not sitting still, right? It may look like we're sitting still, but it's going around the sun 365 days a year. So the sun, we say, comes up in the east and it sets in the west. But actually, the sun never moves. We
Mhm.
move. The sun stands
We will.
still.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
We.
like to tell people, yeah. So you're moving. You're moving right now. The question is, are you moving in a direction that you want to go,
Uh-huh.
because if not, you're probably moving in a direction that you don't want to go. So,
Uh-huh.
when you were talking about what powers your dreams, I was
Uh-huh.
just looking at that because my book touches on like dreams, and you said the word plannings, and like I said, you got to have dreams, and then you got to have goals, and then you got to
Hmm.
have plans.
Hmm.
Because even though you may have a dream, you have to break that down into what do you have to do each month, and then each week, and then each day, and then each hour. Like my brother right here, brother Perry. I know he has his own business, but I know he knows within a 24-hour day what he has to do, right, in that spectrum of time to get the results that he
Mhm.
wants. He may not know, you may see him doing something on Monday that looks like it makes no sense, but he
Hmm.
knows that by next Monday he's going to have the results that he wants. So when you do things like that, not only in business but in life, I like to say you got to plan your work and work your plan, but you got to know the plan that you're working so you can execute it, right?
Have
And
to know
six,
the plan. Yeah.
yes,
Right
yes,
ahead.
because success comes in pieces, not chunks. It comes little
Uh-huh.
by little by little by little by little. And each little time you get a victory and you accomplish something on that plan is
Hmm.
getting you to a bigger goal, which will eventually become your dream, right? And
Wow.
I would encourage everybody, and this is free of charge right here. Everybody needs a dream board, right? You need to have
Wow.
something up on the board that you're chasing after, that you're going after, that you're wanting to get to, because chances are, if you can see everything that you have been dreaming for, your dream
Hmm.
is not big enough. Your dream is not big enough. Because that's the thing about dreamers. When you accomplish something, you got something else that you want to accomplish. You should
Hmm.
have something else that you want to accomplish. And
Hmm.
dreams don't work unless you do.
Unless you do. That's right. Hey, hey, I have a question for you, Perry. Are you going to bring one of those slingshots out into the sunlight and maybe show us what the inside looks like?
Yeah, I was just waiting for you guys to, Brother Pace, to finish speaking there, because when you're here, when I started up, it's kind of noisy because I'm in the garage.
I told my wife, I said, honey, I want to rent one of those. You know, my wife said, what she said. She said, why? Why you want to rent? What's the purpose? There's no cover. I said, I don't care. I said, I don't care. I said, I just want to rent one. I want to drive one. I just want to see what it's like. All right. I just want to see what it's like. Hey guys, if you have financial needs, you have financial questions, you need to know how to set up your retirement. I'm your man. My office information is scrolling across the bottom. I can help you get your retirement set up to where you can get money, supplement your income, your Social Security, if you're entitled to Social Security, that is. All right. And that money would be tax advantaged. What does that mean? You don't pay any taxes on it. You take that money out, it's in a life insurance policy. Remember I said the Swiss knife? Remember the Swiss Army knife? Remember that. The Swiss Army knife. Don't forget this little gadget right here. Don't forget it. All right. You could have an account, right, like a Swiss Army knife, but it's an insurance policy where you don't have to pay taxes when you use some of that money if you need to use some of it. All right. Okay. Hey, today's life insurance policy is for the living.
Yes, that part.
All right. It's for the living. So while you're alive, you can take the advantage. And when you transition, the people that you left behind, they could take advantage of it. Hey, show us that car, Perry. Show us the inside. All right, now, folks, you're going to get a close-up on this now. Oh, not that one. Oh, wait. Here we go. There we go. All right. Maybe this one is better. Oh, yeah. Oh, there we go. All right. Hey, I feel like Batman. You know what? I think that's where he got the idea. You want to feel like Batman? You need to rent one of those.
I tell you, this is my favorite because when you got a little gut on you, like I do, it's easier to get into this one because when you got a belly, you got to work around that thing.
Wow. Well, I tell you what, I have a little bit of pouch. But my wife insists on calling them love handles. I said, how do you call it what it want? I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm trying though. I said,
my wife called mine love and happiness.
I like what I'm seeing in that vehicle. I like that. Very contemporary.
Yeah, she calls it love and happiness. I like to eat her cooking.
Well,
so I'm happy eating her cooking.
Well, that's right. You're supposed to be. All right. Hey, guys, we got a few minutes left. Hey, folks, if you want to find out more about renting the cars, the information is on the bottom of the screen. The information. Let me say this to you also. You are not going to find this car anywhere else.
Yeah, we're the only company in Savannah that's doing it.
I haven't even seen a company renting that in Atlanta. This is the first time I've ever seen these vehicles for rent. First time. Now, let me ask you, when you started this company, did you have to buy these cars outright, or are some of them leased and then you just pay for the lease as you rent them out?
So the first one we bought it outright, cash. That's why I had the headaches. Because that was $36,000. I was like, $36,000. We need to talk. But that's the wife, like I said.
Oh, he's driving, and so it's going to be in and out a little bit. It's going to be in and out. But Pace, tell us a little bit more. Tell us a little bit more about Perry. Hold on one moment, Perry. Tell us a little bit more about your speaking engagements.
So it's real simple. We can do one-on-one coaching, or we can come to an event or to whatever establishment or occasion that you have. I like to say, just leave you with this. I know you talked about the dream. Everything in life is built 3 times. It's built first in the mind. You got to see it before anybody else can see it. Then you have to put it on paper. That's the planning. And then the actual formalization of the building, whatever it is that you're building, whether it's a business, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your life. You know, everything in life is built 3 times. So I just want to encourage everybody to reach out to me. The consultation is free. You know, I just like to get the message out there, and I like to help individuals as they transition from where they are to where they want to be. And thank you for having me on the show, Pastor. Again, hopefully I can come back and share some other things.
Man,
Nice meeting
absolutely.
everybody. But it's a passion of mine to do this.
Yes.
Absolutely. We'd love to have you. Hey, tell us now, I forget. Tell us more about your car rental business, because right now you're only in Savannah. What are your goals? What are your aspirations for growth?
So, as far as the car rental business, I'm still on the bubble about the growth of it.
Okay.
I take one day at a time. I try to go where God leads me, and I try not to overstep my boundaries through Him. So at the end of the year, I want to kind of pivot a little and go into real estate.
Okay.
So I'm taking it as He leads and guides me.
All right. Hey, listen, guys, man, this is important, and I keep saying that, but it really is. It's important to understand what you're going to do. You have to have a plan. There's an old saying, if you are failing to plan is planning to fail. All right.
I've heard that before.
You have to have a plan. You have to have a plan. Now, the question I was asking before, some of these are they leased, or are they? What are you?
So yeah, like the blue one here, we paid for this one cash.
Okay.
That was the $36,000 that gave me headaches. I couldn't even go in the garage for 6 months. We had a deep freezer with where we kept our meats, and we want to grill. Man, I opened the door to the garage and get an instant headache because $36,000 is sitting in the garage and it's not doing anything. It's not making me any money. And then when we decided to start renting, we went and purchased this one. So this one we pay notes on.
Okay. I don't know if I told you this, but I was a manager in the car rental industry for a couple of years. I worked with this company, and they, out of 500 companies, when I took over the office I was in, the station I was in, they were rated number 500.
Oh, wow.
The bottom of the poll. But after 6 months, I was able, through the help of the Lord, bring them up into the top 100. Within the first year, we were number 1 3 times.
Wow. I like that. I love it.
From around the country, we were number 1 3 times. Well, listen, folks, we are out of time. Man, I got to have both of you guys back, because there's just so much to talk about with your book, your books, rather, and then your car rental company. We want people to support that car rental. Listen, let me tell you something. It's no easy situation, folks. But if you have guys, you're just getting married and you want a nice car, you want something different.
Yeah.
The information, their information up for you. All right. We got to get out of here. Guys, thank you so much for being with us today. All right. Don't go anywhere. Just stay there for a moment. All right. Hey, everyone. This is Anthony Murray. It's been a pleasure having you with us today. We look forward to seeing you next week. Same time. All right. Take care.
this. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. Like this. I like this.